So this weekend, I had the beautiful moment of having both my daddies in the same place at the same time. And on top of that, y'all, I ain't gonna say they gotta be besties, but I will tell y'all that it warmed my heart to see the two men that I love the most come together for my son's graduation. And then on top of that I said, you know what, let me see if they'll do this for me. They came together and I said, excuse me, because the crazy thing is they both answered to the same thing. I said, can y'all do me a favor? And they were like, yeah. I said, can we take a picture? And they were like, yeah. And y'all, when I tell y'all, that warmed my heart so much, to the point where, when I had a moment to myself, I was in tears, because I was like, this really happened. And for me, I always wanted I wanted my parents to get along. And that was always a prayer that I wanted to have. And so for it to happen this weekend, I was like, God, you so intentional and you so are on time, because I don't know if God knew that I needed to see that and to feel that at this moment, but I did, y'all. And when I tell y'all, I'm so, like, I can't tell y'all how my heart is so full. It's so full because I'm the common denominator. And my dad said something so beautiful today. He said, it's nothing like having multiple people that love you and care for you and treat you the way that God wants you to be treated. And so he was saying, in reference to me, he was like, it's a blessing that you have two dads. He was like, I'm not trying to take away from anything from your other dad, and vice versa. I said, both of y'all know who y'all are to me, so it shouldn't be no issues, right? But something like my dad's, I'm gonna insert the picture so y'all can see, but it really touched my heart today. I cannot tell y'all the joy, the love that I felt just being with the two men that just love me the most, are protective over me. Like, I don't care what nobody say, being a daddy's girl is top tier, okay? And I don't, and people be like, your standards are too high, but I be like, look at my dad's. Like, what do you mean? Like, I hate when people say that. But being a daddy's girl is something that I wish all women, girls could experience. It's an experience, and I don't take it for granted. I love it here. But I wanted to share with y'all that I just really feel in my heart that God allowed that moment to happen, because when they was younger, and in their feelings, words were said, and I mean, like, I don't know what happened, but all I know is that today was a beautiful day. It was almost like healing my inner child, healing for me. And I told my stepmom, I said, I feel like my inner child is being healed today, because that was something that I needed. And even when I showed my mom, she wasn't feeling the picture. But at the end of the day, it ain't about how it makes her feel. It's about how it makes me feel, right? And not only that, I got what I feel like I got what I needed. And God knew that I needed this moment. So whatever healing or whatever feelings or whatever voice that I thought I had, even if it was just for a quick couple of seconds, God did his big one. I was just like, just reflecting, like, wow, God really did that. He really cares about the things that matter to me, about the things that matter to you. Like, he really cares. And I'm not saying I didn't know he cares, but I say that to say, like, he really cares. He really cares. So I just want to share that with y'all. I'm gonna insert the picture so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But I'm a very loved girl, a very blessed girl, a very double dose of daddy's girl. Okay, I love that so much. And then on top of that, my daddy is an entrepreneur, and people wonder where I get it from. I get it from my dad. Now I start to see the qualities and the attributes that I did not know where they came from. I now know the source and the root of where they come from.